what is salsa night or what is a social night or Latin night. Though some people are in yoga also, those who come for like social dancing. They are saying that it feels like meditation only. People are also not aware about the change of partner concept.
Yeah.
What is lead and follow?
Yeah.
And what is the choreography difference?
Yeah.
You like bring a lot of artists, but people are not training. What is salsa or Latin festival as we call? A lot of people, when they see on social for people dancing, they also think that they should learn, but they come from point of view that yeah, I'll learn and immediately I'll get someone. Dancer's life is like a bit different from a regular person in the way that he gets to interact with a lot of opposite gender people and he gets to dance and he gets to interact. Sometimes people think from people's point of view is that okay, these guys don't need a marriage or a relationship. They are like in La La Land all the time.
Yeah.
If you're dancing with a new person and you get connected, but suppose with that dancer now you're dancing like for 4-5 months, you don't get that feeling. Now a new dancer comes and you dance with her, then you again get the feeling of dancing with a new dancer. A lot of beginners do get demotivated when girls say no on the dance floor. Hello guys, my name is Aman Jain and I've been a part of Latin community from past 7 years. So my motive to create this channel and this podcast is to create more awareness about Latin community. And as we are a very small group of people in India, you guys have seen us dancing a lot, but what goes behind it, how much effort it takes, and how do we feel, how other people perceive us, there's a lot of misconceptions about that. So me and my team are trying to get some of the famous people or established people in Latin community from different parts of India. So my very first podcast is with Dinesh.
So basically, I'm from Chennai, born and brought up over there. And my dance journey started somewhere in 2004. I started with ballet, jazz, and hip hop. I did some beginners, like basic stuff over there. Then I took a break 2007 till 2010. I was in break. Then again in 2010, I started social dancing. I started with salsa classes. One of my friend, he took me to the salsa classes. So that's where my dance journey as far as the social dancing is concerned, it started. Then again, I took a break from 2012-13 till 2017-18. I was not into social dancing. Again, I started from 17-18. So I moved in 2015 to Goa. So then after coming to Goa in 2017-18, I started again social dancing.
Earlier, were you doing some job or something? Or directly you went into dancing?
No, we had family business, so I was part of the business. But I do have experience. I also worked in a corporate for 2 years.
So were you clear that you want to be a dancer like when you were learning other forms also?
No, I was never like so much keen about having dance as part of my life or as a career, like what I'm doing. I just joined for fun, just to learn things as a side activity. But slowly it became as one of the profession.
Yeah, it does become.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, were you also teaching in Chennai earlier before Arambol?
No. Not Latin and all, but the dance school where I learned ballet and jazz and all. So then I became part of their company. So we were called company dancers. Then they used to have classes for kids and adults. So we started assisting them in the classes. So yeah, there is some experience about teaching.
Okay.
But different dance form.
Different. Then why and how did you like came to Goa Arambol? Was it a planned thing or was it like you came and things happened?
See, I've been visiting Goa since 2011. I was like every year I used to visit. So somewhere after 3-4 years, I decided, okay, let's move to Goa.
Okay.
So in 2015, I moved to Goa.
2015?
Yeah.
Okay.
And even when I moved, I didn't come straight to Arambol. First, I was in Kalangut. First 1.5 years, I was in Kalangut. Then I was also sometime, like few months, I was in Anjuna side. Then somewhere in 2017-18, I moved to Mandrem. So
okay.
After that, I'm permanently in Mandrem.
So what made you stay more in Arambol? Like, did you like the culture, the people, or it would be something because you're continuing here?
So initially when I started, it was more of a seasonal business here in 17 to like till COVID. It was more of a seasonal thing here. The tourists were here only from November till February or maximum March. So even when I used to do classes, it was only like, December or January, February, not more than that. So only
Okay.
2 to 3 months we were doing classes here.
I'm on the same path. I also
Yeah,
right now I'm doing season thing.
seasonal thing.
Maybe.
And then after COVID, things changed. It became more like people were staying more, so
Wow.
it got extended.
Okay.
But otherwise, I was also into event management and artist management. So even though I was doing this Latin somewhere like December, January 15, but I also do event management. I was doing event management side by side.
Event management other than dance.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What is salsa night or what is a social night or Latin
We
night?
call it social because it's a place where people come to socialize. And it's not just salsa or bachata or kizomba. There are different ways, different dance nights where it can be called social dance night. Like there are jive nights. There are like many other dance forms, tango and everything. So basically what happens is like people learn from different teachers or from different schools or from different places. Then they meet at social night wherever it is happening in the city or at the venues or in the places, locations. And they meet, they dance together. So it's like, not like a choreography dance, but it's a more like a lead and follow technique where people can dance with anyone, any part of the world, and it's just to socialize.
What is lead and follow?
Yeah.
And what is a choreography difference?
Yeah. So what happens in choreography dance, generally, let's say you are in the practice session, it can be in the class or it can also be private sessions or anything like that, where the partners already know the steps, they are practicing the steps, they know which part of the music changes and which part of the music, what steps are there. And so already the partners know. Whereas that's not the case in social dancing. Depending upon the music or depending upon the lead, what step he wants to do, the follower tries to follow the steps.
So I would like to just add a basic thing. So it's like a communication. If a Russian guy doesn't know English, then he can't communicate with us.
True.
Correct?
True.
So same we have grammar of salsa, bachata or any Latin form.
True.
So those who have learned it, they know the grammar. So if a guy do some step or leads the girl, it's like a grammar only. He says something and she can reply because she has learned the language.
Yeah, true.
So salsa is also language, like.
True.
It's from the body, not from the mouth.
Yeah.
So if they have learned the language, so the girl can follow. As
True,
simple.
true.
It's like a communication.
Yeah.
And some people are expert like in languages, some people are in mid-level, some are beginners.
True.
Same as salsa. So you can consider salsa like a language of dance.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
So do we require a partner for coming to salsa night or social night?
Most of the dance schools which are training right now, over there is no requirement of partners. You don't have to bring a partner to join the class and learn the class because there are other students who join.
Yeah.
And then during the class, we practice with different partners, changing and practicing during the class hours.
Yeah. So yeah, this was one of the questions because a lot of people, even when I was a beginner, I was very apprehensive because I don't have a partner. Should I go? Should I not go? I think this is a very basic question everyone has when he's starting off. And even in the social night, we don't require a partner.
No, we don't require it.
So because everyone comes in and we dance with each other.
Yeah.
So you should not be worried if you are single, you don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Maybe you will find one. That's a different thing. But yeah, you can come. If you are single, you can come. If you are not single, then also you can come with your partner. For class, we know there is a certain amount of fees you have to pay.
Yes.
But for social dancing, do we have entry fees or how is it?
Depends upon organizer to organizer and also depends upon some cities.
Yeah.
Mostly in cities, they do charge an entry.
Okay.
So like
Bombay, I know they charge like 300, 500.
Yeah. So they'll say 300, 500 and then there is some cover for that.
Yeah.
So like that. And there are certain organizers and certain venues who don't charge anything. The entry is free. So it depends upon organizer to organizer and depends upon venue to venue.
Yeah. And like when you are hosting in Goa, what's the scene?
In Goa, almost all the parties are free. Like there is a free entry. We don't charge here anything. The concept of entry doesn't work in Goa.
Yeah. So people in Goa, everything is free. Social night is free. Okay, not everything. Yeah, the food you have to pay. If you are, food you need to pay.
Food and drinks.
But sometimes he does like offer complimentary, but only for girls, not for boys, apparently.
There has been a case where we did for guys also.
Huh?
Last season.
When? Acha. Okay. Last season when?
Last season, there was a cafe in Arambol, Cafe Do It. We had free food and free drink for all our community members.
When? I was there last season.
Last season we did this. This was somewhere in October or November.
I came after Diwali, so people are also not aware about the change of partner concept.
Change of partner in the class, as far as class is concerned. So the teacher teaches you the step, and you practice with your partner. And after a few practices, we keep changing the partner so that you can get a different hang of it. Like different leads have a different way to lead. Their energy, their way of leading, their body postures, the force, and all these things is different from different lead. Same thing, different followers have a different kind of perception, or they follow differently. So that it really helps to, when you go to the social and when you dance with dancers with whom you have never danced earlier. So it really helps in getting used to dancing with different partners. So yeah.
After generally every song or two songs, even in socials, there's a rule or there's a thing that we change.
There is no rule as such.
There's no rule such, but people do change, right?
There is no rule as such that you have to change. Sometimes what happens, it's also about connection. When two people start dancing and if they like to dance with each other, then they continue dancing for 3-4 songs. For example, let's say the case of Kizomba, there are people who dance for 1 hour, 2 hour non-stop together because the connection sets in and they don't change. So it's up to them. But if you want to really experience dancing with different people, and mostly in salsa bachata, sometimes people dance back-to-back songs, maybe 3 songs or even 4 songs, then people do change. But there's no as such rule that you will have to change partner. It depends upon how comfortable your partner is also dancing with you, and you can change or you don't want to change.
Yeah. So you said one word, which was connection. We'll come on that later. What is that connection means? So generally, what I've also found is in bachata, generally in kizomba, we do dance if it's a slower kizomba. We generally go for 2-3 dance at least, 2-3 dance. And
sometimes
bachata
for an hour also.
Yes, no. This is the minimum. 2-3 is minimum. Maximum is like half an hour. I've seen it. I've never done like more than 5 songs. So then I relax. But I have seen people so there are micro movements in kizomba, which if you're seeing, you will feel like they are just standing, but they are actually not. They're doing very subtle. We have a specific word, I think. I don't know that. Douche. So it's a very small movement, which is not visible. So it goes very micro level. Okay. But salsa, generally it's a 7-minute song. I just dance one salsa dance. I'm done with salsa. Salsas are very long. Right now in Goa, what all musics are played in salsa night?
We play all 3 kind of music, like salsa, bachata, and kizomba. Sometimes tarashu too.
Yeah. Tarashu is catching up. I'm in the process of learning it. Okay. So, and which form do you like the most? Dancing.
To be honest, I started with salsa, so maybe somewhere I'll stick to it. I till date like salsa.
Okay. Maya has been shifting from bachata. I started from salsa only, but Maya has been shifting now. I'm starting enjoying kizomba music much more. Yeah.
Yeah, the music is good as far as kizomba is concerned.
The music. Yeah, which music you like most? There's a difference which form you like dancing, but music which you are liking most now.
Bachata, kizomba. I don't see much difference because even when I'm at home, I play all 3 kind of music. Achha. So nothing particular.
Nothing particular.
Like salsa is also great. Bachata, kizomba.
You listen
all kind of music.
Okay. Yeah. That's nice. Right now I'm listening more kizomba. Okay. People around me do too much of kizomba. I'm forced to listen kizomba a lot. Okay. From bachatero, I'm becoming kizombero. Yeah. That baro I didn't understand before Goa. I don't know, they call it like, what is it? When I was in Bombay, I was kizomba bachata. Then when I came Goa, all the foreigners.
For male, they call it as salsero, and for female, they call it as salseras. So it is like male and female thing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Like, someone wants to start their journey in salsa night. So what should he's a newbie type. He doesn't know anything. So how should he start?
Please go to the class.
Okay, how do we find a class?
Please go to the class. That's the first thing that I would suggest.
Okay, how do we find a class?
Okay, that is a good question.
Yeah.
So you might walk into some social and you can see people dancing, and then you get interested in it. And the first choice or the first option that you see is that the person who is playing the music or the person who is organizing. So you obviously approach them to know more about the classes and all these things. So that is first point of contact for you. But again, if you are really very interested and want to become a very good dancer or want to enjoy this dance more and more, trust me, you have to do some groundwork in finding who is the best teacher where you are living. And please go to them. And because in this, the most important thing is like not only in this, any part of any form of dance or whatever, fundamentals are very important. The basics are very important. So please go to the best teacher who are very strong in the fundamentals and teach the basics well and start from them. See, the teacher matters a lot because whatever community people you're seeing today, trust me, I think it can be more 10 times bigger. A lot of people might have come in and they might have dropped out because they just didn't find the right teacher to guide them and to take them on the social dance floor. A lot of people have quit.
Yeah, a lot of continue.
So teacher matters the most when you're going to start your journey in any kind of dance form.
Yeah.
And especially social dancing, because a lot of, especially the leads, they don't gather the courage to go on the floor and dance, ask the girl for dance.
Okay, I also did one mistake. Then you can like go more into detail of that. What I did was I was learning all the three forms together. So my bachata, kizomba, salsa, everything was going on. So this is my recommendation. Don't do bachata, kizomba together. So what you have to say?
No, it's very true. Even sometimes my students, they ask us, so you're also starting kizomba batch, so should I also join that? Then I say, at present, I would suggest that start whatever you're learning, just do that one thing first. Get yourself in flow, especially in the social dancing. So once you're a little bit, catching up on the social floor, then might be start the second dance form. So I do suggest that to my students also.
Now, suppose someone has been dancing for a year or two. Like now he have decided that he wants to make a career in this line or he's interested. So what are like basic things he should start?
See, there is a huge difference between social dancing and teaching.
Yeah.
I firmly believe that not everyone can teach. No matter how good you can be a social dancer.
Okay.
But being a teacher is a completely different ball game.
So what do you think is like a quality of a teacher?
One of the things is like before you start to teach, you have to be very clear about the whole technique and everything about the lead and follow and about the social dancing. So there are a lot of training courses for this. A lot of great teachers, they do have training courses, like teacher training courses, I mean. So I think you better first go through that. Again, same, do your research, find the best teacher training course, who is the best teacher for this, and learn from them. You can also assist any teachers who are already teaching and learn from them how to teach all the techniques and all the other principles. And that way also you can start.
Yeah, so assisting is one, and then
but it all depends upon some experience is required. You just cannot do like ek hafta, 2 hafta kiya or next mahina start kar diya.
A lot of people, when they see on social for people dancing, they also think that they should learn, but they come from point of view that I'll learn and immediately I'll get someone. So what do you think about that?
I don't think anything there is wrong in that. It's a place to meet people and to socialize, to network. Let's not take the point of view from only about, guys coming to meet the girl or something like that. This whole social thing also helps people in their work, in networking. It has helped a lot of people. I won't deny that, yes, there are people. I won't say that just guys. There are also girls who come to meet guys, right? So there's nothing wrong in that. It's okay, I think. The only thing is that you just maintain the decorum, follow the etiquettes, and also see that you don't cross the line or do such thing that the opposite person gets, affected by it or something like that.
Okay.
So I think it's good.
Okay. So what all social floor etiquettes you would recommend that men and women should follow, like key points?
It will be like very difficult to list down everything because it can go like
Yeah, but
20s and 30s. But the basic thing is like maintaining hygiene. That is one of the most important thing.
Yeah.
Smelling good, and the floor etiquettes, like if you are, some people are dancing, not going in between, and also if you're going to ask the girl for the dance, then you can ask like, may I have a dance with you? Can I have a dance with you? Take her to the floor, dance, and then again go back and leave her at her seat. So there are a lot of things like that. Also make sure that you don't bump on the other dancers who are dancing next to you. So maintaining your space. Someone is coming and asking you for dance, let it be male or female. And if they are not interested, or they can always say no, and they can take a break for that song.
Yeah.
And basically the etiquette is to go back for the next song to the same person who has asked you to ask for the dance. So
Yeah.
that is a basic thing. So yeah.
And I think when guys, if we are sweating a lot, carry a change
Like
of t-shirt.
if
That's
you're
it.
someone who sweats a lot, or if the venue is such that it's an open venue, then always carry a change. And once you think that you're sweaty, just go and change and come. It
Yeah.
applies to both male and female.
Yeah, both. Yeah, yeah. I think females always do have a change.
Yeah.
Like they carry a full Pandora's box. Guys are just coming with mobile and just carry a small bag. Even I carry a bag, which I never used to do, but yeah, carry
Yeah.
a bag. Yeah, but sometimes, yeah. If a girl says you are smelling bad, you will feel very bad. So don't let that happen. So what is your experience from the other side when you're
Okay.
playing the DJ?
Okay. See, first thing is, I do play music, but I am not a professional DJ, or I don't call myself a DJ. DJ is a very different ball game. Okay, so the next thing is, when you play music and when you watch the floor, there are a lot of things happening on the floor. So it is sometimes fun, sometimes it's a little frustrating of what's going on, especially when you see dancers for years and years and they don't take any kind of training, no matter what kind of teachers you bring, how great the teachers you bring. So we do collaborate with a lot of teachers, and we organize workshops and classes between Morjim to Arambol. And I've been observing these few dancers for years and years. They just come and whatever shit they are doing, they're just doing the same thing. But we can't force anyone to learn or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that happens a lot. So that is from the point of view of the quality of dancing.
Are you able to figure out that these are okay for dancer, but these guys just...
Yeah, it's very clear. Like, it's not only me. Even the people who have been in this community for long, they know that who is coming for dancing and who is coming for what. So it's not a hidden truth. Then it's not that only the organizer knows.
Okay.
Because it's more like a community thing, what we are having. Not only here, no matter which city you go, this Latin thing is about a community. So people in the community, they do know who's coming for what, who is really learning and who is doing what. And people who are really interested in dancing, you will see them growing every year. There's no doubt about that.
As you are mentioning that you like bring a lot of artists, but people are not training. So can you elaborate on that a bit?
I won't say that people don't learn.
Yeah.
But the number of people who can take the opportunity of these talented artists that we bring are very less. See, the whole purpose of bringing artists is to bring quality to the community. So that is the whole point.
Yeah.
So
he's talking about international artists, which he brings them for the whole season. Like for 6 months, they are here.
Yeah.
Even last year, there were two different couples. One for specifically for Bachata.
Yeah.
There were Elena and Dimitri, and the other was Yura and Masha for Shizumba.
So Yura and Masha, we got them, but Dimitri and Elena, they themselves were traveling, so we tied up with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
before that, we got Anton 2 years back. So last year we had Yura and Masha. This year we again have somebody called Dima, and assisted by Anna.
Yeah.
So every season we do try to tie up with nice, talented artists so that we can bring them and people understand the quality that we are trying to bring into the community to build. It's not only international artists, we do tie up with local artists also. So I started this tying up process somewhere from 2020. So we have tied up with a lot of local artists, national artists also. And also from Goa also, we have tied up with a few artists in organizing classes and workshop. So all this has helped us, to build the community, bring quality to the community, so that people understand how different teachers bring different flavor. And when you are into partner dancing, it's not about only the steps that you do, learning how to, the partner moves and all. Like any other dance, let it be like ballet, jazz, or any other dance, even for couple dance, exercise, isolations matter a lot. Even the footwork, including the footwork,
Yes.
matter a lot.
Even I have changed my basic footwork. How do I do bachata? Lot of corrections in the basic posture itself. Someone is suppose single and he's been dancing around and he's looking for someone. So should he like make a girlfriend in the social dancing circle or outside? And what is the merit demerit in either case?
It doesn't matter, I think. If they are able to find some partner in the social dancing floor, then it's nice, because I do know people who have met on the social dancing floor, and they have fallen in love, they have married, and they are living happily.
Yeah?
Yeah. I do know people in Chennai like that. And let's assume that the industry that you're talking about is dance, right? There are corporates where people meet in their workplace, like offices, and they do fall in love and they get married. So it's all the same thing. It doesn't make any difference. Let it be music industry, let it be film industry also. There are people who meet opposite partners and fall in love and they get married. So it's the same thing as far as social dancing is concerned.
I have also some experience. Like if there are some guys and girls who are dating, like in salsa night, they have started dating or for some time. When people dance with other people also in social floor, sometimes there is a certain amount of jealousy. What do you think?
Yeah, it's natural and it does happen. And I myself have seen these experiences between people where if they're dating and where the girl is dancing with some guy or the guy is dancing with some girl, then the opposite, the other partner doesn't feel good, they feel jealous or they're not comfortable. This is very common, it happens. But then there are also couple who understand all these things, and I have known them for decades, and they have this understanding that what happens on the dance floor ends with the dance floor. So there are couples also like that.
Okay.
It just depends from couple to couple,
Yeah, maybe like some couples are more evolved in that sense. So
it's more about understanding and trust.
And
So that's what I'll say.
Yeah.
It's about
One
trust.
of the person which I was like, she told me that she do that get jealous. I was asking, how do you guys like manage? She said there's a momentary jealousy happening, but I know that it is momentarily, so I just let it pass. It comes and it goes. I don't stay at it. So this is one tip for guys and girls. I think momentarily you might like feel it, let it pass. But if you are not letting it go, then it might be very dangerous if you hold on to
the initial stage of thing.
Yes, I think
over a period of time, people get over it.
Then it becomes easier. Initial phases, there's. Now, suppose a guy or a girl is outside of the social. I've seen even some guys stopping their girlfriends to come from socials. So, what do you think about that?
I think the person who can make understand this thing is the partner only. No matter how much we say that, oh, it's just a social dance, so you don't have to bother, your partner is safe with us, people are nice here, you don't have to worry about it. But I think at the end of the day, is the partner who can make the other partner understand that it's a social dancing, please trust me. Once I'm out of the floor, there's nothing beyond going that.
Yeah. So, one very specific conversation I was having, she told me that when she was about getting into the relationship, she told the guy that I am a social dancer. He knew, but when they got into a relationship, the guy after even having said everything, he stopped her from coming to social dancing.
It happens.
And I think after a year and a half, the girl broke up.
Okay.
And then again she started coming to social dancing but for a year she was not. So
like I said, see, forget about just one person being in the social dance scene and the other person not being in the social dance scene. When people meet on the social dance floor, both are social dancers. Even then, there are times where things go wrong, people feel jealous, and both of them decide that, okay, this social dancing is not anymore part of our life. Let's quit this, because it's disturbing our personal life, it's affecting our personal life, and people do quit. I have even seen those kind of couple. So, like
Yeah.
I said, at the end of the day, it's only between those partners to make them understand each other, and only they can, cross this hurdle.
Yeah. So this is like, yeah, some people have like, both of them have like quit. I feel very bad, but
Yeah.
that's a different thing.
That happens.
Yeah, but it works for them. So whatever works, but it should work for both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but generally the girls do sacrifice some more than guys,
Yeah.
which I've seen.
See, I won't say about the girl only, even about the guy.
Even the
There are
guys
cases
also.
where the girls also stop the guys, but I think
Yeah, it happens. In salsa night, it's very like democratic. Everything happens. Even
yeah,
the guys
so
are being
it's just
stopped.
that you need to understand and have trust and go with it.
Yeah. Have you found someone on the floor like on past 8 years that you were dancing first and then you started dating? Has it happened with you personally?
No, not really.
Oh, no, it didn't happen.
No.
Outside the
Yeah,
outside it happened, but not in the
not in the
then.
social
But
dance.
then was she comfortable with you dancing or
Yeah,
did?
we had a good understanding. She was comfortable. We never had an issue.
Okay, I need to also. Yeah, no. That's completely fine. Yeah. And the last point you put that girls also do stop guys.
Yeah.
It has happened with me also once. Once it happened, but it's a small story. So she was angry with me that I was a better dancer. So I just like people want to dance with me, the girls. So, but she was not getting that much. Like something has happened that bottom line is sometimes girls feel that if my guy is enjoying more than me, then she has like a bit of jealousy. He's enjoying more. I'm not enjoying more. Then rather on focusing on themselves or their dancing or their skill, they try to control the guy's enjoyment or the opposite gender's enjoyment to like pull it down.
Pull it down. I understand.
She said, "You will only dance with me." I said,
sometimes girls get possessive, and even if they are social dancers, they say that okay, you can dance modern bachata, Dominican bachata with other partner, but you cannot dance sensual. Sensual, you have to dance only with me. So all this kind of restriction happens.
Yeah, it worked for only one day. Then I said, this is not going to happen. Some teachers or even me or a lot of people keep coming to social dancing, though even they are not learning, they may be teachers or not. Wherever they go, once they have got a taste of social dancing, they keep coming to the social floor, even if they have some different profession. They're not, but they've been dancing. I've seen people from 15 years they are dancing. They're having their businesses. They're having wife, kid, everything they're having. But still they come to social dance floor and they're doing similar dance only. They don't want to become a dancer. They're established in their field, but they still have that urge to go to social floor. So what is that on the social floor dancing that like keep them pulling?
The community that we say is a mix of all these kind of people.
Yeah.
There are teachers, there are beginner students, there are intermediate students, there are advanced students, and there are people who have been students at one point of time, but right now they are social dancers who want some kind of activity, break, hobby to keep happening in the side from their stressful life or whatever kind of life they are living. And I believe that everyone is inclined or gets interest in something or the other. Some people are interested in painting. Some people might be interested in surfing. Some people are interested in traveling. There are hardcore travelers who travel like years and years, right? So same thing with dancing. Some people do get interested and attached to social dancing or any other dance form. And even though they might have been student at one point of time and maybe now they don't have time because of their busy schedule or whatever be the reason, they at least try to see that, okay, let me go and just dance and come. I think that's also nice. There's nothing wrong in that. I'm not insisting that everyone who is hitting the floor for social dancing will have to go for classes every time. Even people like this who want a break from their regular life, and it's nice that they are attached to something like an activity and they just want to do it as a pastime, like a time pass thing. Why not?
Some people are in yoga also, those who come for like social dancing. So they have a very unique way of saying things. Why do they also like the social dancing? they generally are more inclined to the slow thing or the kizomba thing. They like much more. They're saying that it feels like meditation only, the slow thing. Then I said how? Then they were saying that your energy gets connected somehow. So then they said then whenever there is connection, the connection word they from their point of view, it was like connection is like union of energies for that point of time, and which is yoga only. Yoga means union of energies. So like, have you experienced something like that, or have you thought it in this way that
See, one of the thing with kizomba music is that is the advantage of it, that there are many kizomba music which can take you into that zone.
yeah,
About the music is so good, the kizomba, some of the music is so good that it can take you into the meditative stage.
yeah,
And when it comes to connection, it's not connection only with the partner. So when we talk about connection, it's
Yes.
not only with the partner, it's about the music.
yeah,
So I would suggest that, not suggest, generally when people dance, there are 2-3 forms of connection. One of the form is connecting with the ground too.
yes,
Yeah. Connection with the ground, connection with the music, connection with the partner. So when all these things happens, the dance flows very well.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So in Kizomba, that is more possible for people who come from outside this dancing thing. Like you said, yogis, they come and all. So even though they're not dancers, they find this in Kizomba, especially because of the music.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because if you're going to talk about salsa, there is a lot of
technique,
technique and the
yeah,
music itself.
fast.
A lot of people don't understand
1, 2, 3,
salsa
5, 6,
music
7.
itself.
Yeah, they can't pick.
So
like,
they are unable to follow it. They are unable to get into that zone. Again, bachata, it's very difficult for some people to get connected and do, I feel. But in Kizomba, even a non-dancer easily connects to the music and they just do some slow dancing, whatever they like. And yeah, so that is one thing that even non-dancers find very easy with Kizomba thing.
Kizomba thing, yeah. And even if they dance bachata, they want it to slow.
Yeah,
I've come across it, do slow one, do easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to just feel that connection. I think some
Yeah.
people just want to feel connection. They don't want to go the steps. I think.
In our social, I have observed that there are a lot of people, whether it is male or female, they dance alone also.
Yes.
It's not that
Yes.
being a social dance floor, it's not that they always dance with partner. They also dance alone for the music, do their own steps, do freestyling, and that is also a form of connection, and letting out that energy that they want to bring out and connecting to the vibe and the music.
Yeah. I think even in partner dancing, first you have to connect with music. If you're not connected with music, it won't take you anywhere. Like,
yeah, the flow won't happen.
The flow, yeah. I think musicality is one thing which you develop over time, or you like someone is, it takes time. If you are a dancer, it helps. If you're already dancing, you are listening a lot of music. So yeah, if you're not understanding musicality, you are not going in any trance. First it's music. People think from outside it's first the connection with the partner. It's not with the partner, it's with the music.
Yeah, it's true.
Because I've seen on the floor some people try to connect with the partner first and they're not following the musicality. Then it will not take you anywhere. Suppose a good connection happens with a new dancer, and with someone you are dancing for a longer time. With them also you have a good connection because you are dancing. So this connection and that with a new person, that both connection are different. Have you observed that? If you're dancing with a new person and you get connected, but suppose with that dancer now you're dancing like for 4 or 5 months, you don't get that feeling. Now a new dancer comes and you dance with her, then you again get the feeling of dancing with a new dancer. So have you like observed this thing? Like
when you buy this new phone,
yeah,
the kind of attachment you have to this phone is different from the same phone if it is like 5 years old, 4 years old, right? But my point, what is it like? When you dance with a dancer for over a number of years, the connection sometimes actually gradually also develops, and that connection sometimes is just naturally flowing and you're not experiencing it, but that connection is there.
Okay.
Because now it is naturally happening to you. It's still there, but it's naturally there. Like, say something like subconsciously, I don't know if that's the right word, but hey, chal raha hai. Because I am dancing with a lot of dancers here. Even today, it's very natural. What it was like might be the first few times I have danced. Abhi wo natural ban gaya, lekin hai. Now, anything that is new, people get attracted to it.
Yeah.
Like I said, for the phone, anything that is new, you are attracted to it.
Yeah.
So after a number of years, you're still caring about that phone.
हाँ,
You still take care of that phone and all,
हाँ,
and you have that connection. But जो energy उस वक्त feel हो रही है,
हाँ,
you're not experiencing later, but है वो.
okay.
ठीक है,
So,
let it be bike or anything, right?
yeah.
Now the same thing with your partner. Sometimes the partner comes with different energy, different moods,
हाँ.
so different way of interpreting the music and all. So then you have been dancing with a lot of other dancers for regularly. Then suddenly a new person comes
Yeah.
and he brings something else on the plate. Then you are a little bit attracted and you are experiencing that thing.
We are experiencing a new thing.
New things. Yeah. Now over a period of time,
Then it also becomes
naturally and the same thing. So that is what the difference, I think. But the same person, when they go to classes and when they train something new and they come, then again,
you'll get the
new thing you are experiencing.
I get
It's just that what the person every time brings something on the floor as a new thing.
It's a new thing. Okay, I
Yeah.
get that. So it's not like it's a new person. It's because also if the same person levels up, he gets a new
Levels
energy.
up and what he brings new.
What do you
It's
bring
like
new?
in the couple also, not in dancing, even in general life of a couple. If you're not going to do anything and if you're going to just have a regular normal life, सुबह उठा, काम पे गए, शाम को आए, खाना खाया, सो गए, that's it. That doesn't mean there is no connection, there's no care. It's still there. But if you want to bring something new, some new energy, what you guys are doing for each other and how you are spicing it up and always keeping it high, that's the same thing on the dance floor also. Just a small hairstyle change
I know.
brings a different thing on the floor. People are like,
Yes.
oh wow, this hairstyle is nice.
Yeah.
Now, when they dance,
think
it's like, oh, I'm feeling like I'm dancing with someone new or
Someone
something
new.
like that, you know. All
So
these things.
it's
small things also make a lot of difference.
lot of difference.
There are many times where if the lead has learned something new,
Follow
he wants to go back to that follower with whom he is dancing
Yes.
for years and
And
want
he
to
was-
try with them and want to see what is the response or how the response in the face, what is the expression that the partner is giving me about the step. So people do want to, try all these things and keep up the connection and all these things.
It's just because they
want
bring something new to the table. Yeah, everyone wants something, some old, something new. Yeah. Chill dancer's life is like a bit different from a regular person in the way that he gets to interact with a lot of opposite gender people and he gets to dance and he gets to interact. Which generally, if you are in office or something, you don't get to meet
I understand.
and so much in close proximity and all of that. So sometimes people think from people's point of view is that, okay, these guys don't need a marriage or a relationship. They are like in La La Land all the time.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
Okay.
Or,
Now, social dance has nothing to do with your marriage life.
okay.
If someone is a social dancer, doesn't mean that they don't have to marry.
Okay.
Or there's no requirement to marry. I know a lot of people who are social dancer. They want to get married. They want to get settled in life, have kids. That's a totally different thing. Having kids in life, getting settled in life, having a partner. Because a lot of people are emotional. And people want partner. People want to live a life with someone to spend the rest of their life, right? There might be a time where people stop dancing at 35, stop dancing at 40.
Yeah.
But they live till 70, 80. They need a partner. So they feel that they need a partner. So they get married and everything. So it's not that if someone is a social dancer, they don't have to get married. Because a lot of people's emotions are different. Each person's emotion are different.
Yeah.
Someone wants a partner. Someone is happy being single. So I think it has nothing to do with social dancing. Few people who are very much into social dancing and they do have complaints or they do crave that I'm alone in life. So if people say that he's a social dancer, then he doesn't need to marry because he has a lot of people around him. There are a lot of connections and a lot of networking. No, even there are people who are very active in social dancing. And out of social dancing, when we sit and talk or we go out, they do tell us that, oh, I'm very lonely in life. I feel very alone. I feel no one is there for me.
Okay. Got it. It's like any other profession. You have a profession and you have a personal life. Yeah. Okay, let's get to some lighter topics. Yeah. What is Salsa or Latin festival as we call? What can a guy or a girl or who are dancing can expect from a festival? Even someone who is a beginner. And is it much of learning? Is it much of fun? Or is it about connecting people?
Like you said, Actually, it's a mix of all. It's a mix of learning. It's a mix of fun. It's a mix of connecting with people, networking with people, all these things. It's just not like one single thing. Yeah. Now, the festival, it depends upon the organizer. What is the like organizing like? There can be weekend. There can be a full-fledged festival. There can also be like just one day event. So where people they bring national artists, they bring international artists, they organize workshops throughout the day. Then in the nights there are shows and there are parties going on with DJs also been got on board.
So party means like social dancing. We
Social
all
dancing.
keep dancing. It's not like a
Yeah, not like a
boozing
commercial
party.
party.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Then there is also concept of master classes or boot camps and such thing, where some
Yeah, you
big
can
artists,
elaborate on this. Yeah. So there are
some big artists or some big teachers, they are bought in, and workshops happen for them separately, other than the regular classes and workshop that happens during the daytime. So that is for limited number of people and like that. So that is the concept where people from different parts of the world or different parts of the country, they come together, and this 3-day festival or a 2-day weekender or 1-day event happens. And it gives a lot of opportunity for social dancer to experience different dance teachers and also to experience dancing with different people from across the country or world.
Yep.
What you call community, when it is in one particular city or one part of the city, that's also a community. The whole city is also a community. The whole country is also a community, and the whole world also a community. So from smaller community, you try to reach to a bigger community. So it's a very interesting thing to meet people on such a platform and dance with them, and it's a lot of fun. Trust me, it's a lot of fun.
So can you elaborate on the level of dancing which is like in a festival, how it is distributed? Do we have beginner classes
See,
or
if you are a beginner and if you have taken some beginner class, then yeah, you should go to the festival. Why not? Because even at festival, it's not that all the classes are intermediate or advanced level. There are classes or workshop which are at beginner level. And trust me, or I would suggest that if you're a beginner, you better attend the beginner workshop. If you go and attend an intermediate workshop or an advanced workshop, you will not learn anything. You will not learn anything, and it will also affect the experience of learning of intermediate and advanced dancer, because the learning process comes down. So if you're a beginner, I would suggest stick to the beginner workshop. Festival, they start the workshop around after breakfast. They have breakfast between 9 to 10, 10:30. And after that, they start the workshop. They have like 2-3 workshops going on back to back. And then there is a lunch break. Then again, some few workshops going on. Then by 5:30, they finish. Then they might have some master classes going on. Then they take a break, again have dinner. And in the night time, they start with shows and then followed by the Latin party. However, it's not that only one thing is happening at one particular time. So there can be 3-4 different halls, where in one hall there is a kizomba workshop going on, one hall might have salsa workshop, one might have bachata workshop, one might have urban kiss. So again, in one particular day, simultaneously there can be 3-4 workshops of different dance form happening together.
every festival have a
Schedule.
schedule?
Yeah.
So people should watch the schedule first and figure out which all workshops they want to do.
Yeah.
You can't do all the 3 workshops, which I initially didn't know, and I was very confused then. So which workshop to do?
So it's practically also not possible to be present at all the 3 halls,
Yeah.
right? So now the other thing is about, it's better to choose your level. That is something that a lot of people don't do. There can be a workshop, let's say bachata workshop, where it is for advanced people, and if you're a beginner, going into that is not going to help you. Now, it's not going to help you, and it's not going to help the dancers who are in that level.
Yeah,
it's going to affect their learning process, like I mentioned earlier. So choose your levels and choose the dance form that you want to learn. Maybe you have never learned salsa. What's the point in going to an intermediate salsa class or some advanced salsa class, right?
Yeah.
So choose your level, choose the dance form that you want to learn, and start from that.
choose wisely, because there are a lot of workshops. You'll get very confused. If you're on the day you are deciding, it becomes very like you're picking in every room there. And then not much of learning will happen. If you're not able to decipher what workshops you should do, you consult your teacher or a senior.
Yeah, even your teachers can help you out in deciding which teachers you should go, and you know which that will help you, because your teachers know your level, so they will help you out.
Yeah. And also, we do have pool parties at the festival,
Yes, yes,
which
please.
is a good point of attraction for a lot of people.
Yes, yes.
I've seen people coming, they take the day pass. 1 day pass is also available, like 3 day pass, weekender pass, or 1 day pass. They've just flown somewhere just because that day was the pool
Pool
party.
party.
So
It
they
happens.
can elaborate on the point that you have like 2-3 rooms, so you have different.
Yeah, again, in these festivals, like I mentioned, night starts with some shows. The teachers, the students, the guest artists, they all perform and show their talent. You'll see some of the amazing performance by the teachers that will create goosebumps, like it really does. It has done for me. So,
Yeah.
and then after the shows, the party starts. Again, the party has theme, like different themes. Some night can be just like white as the theme, where you wear the dress the whole white or something like that, or it can be black theme, or it can be like traditional wear. So there are different themes where the organizer, allots for each day. So that is one. Again, the same night there can be different halls. One hall is exclusively for kizomba. One hall is for salsa and bachata. There are festivals which go on till 6 o'clock.
Morning 6 o'clock.
So
We have just done one festival.
and there are festivals where people don't want to stop.
The person sitting behind the camera was there till 7 a.m. I quit. Yeah. I quit by 6 a.m. Yeah. So we do all dance whole night. And it also gives a very different feeling. I have observed when you keep dancing, it's almost like you are in a trance. And the next day is a different thing. It will pain a lot, but that is a different feeling. I think once and everyone should like do it like.
Yeah, it's good to experience this kind of thing in life, I guess.
So quickly, what would you like to like change in social dance community on the dance floor? Like 2-3 points. If you like, I think we have covered it, but still you can say.
I think I'm happy the way it is going, especially if there is something to change, then I would be happy if dancers can train and come in.
Okay.
Without learning, hitting the floor is something that spoils the vibe of the dance. So that is something that I'm little dissatisfied. I'm not saying that people who are dancing for years and years, you keep learning, you spend your money and try to upgrade yourself. That is something that I would be happy. But I also know that people have a different life. They are committed to different things and there are financial constraints. I do understand. But to start with, initially, at least please train yourself, know the etiquettes, and then get into the flow. It will actually help a lot community wise and the community building it.
Leaders are very afraid to go on the social floor. The guys, if he is a leader, they actually do train like for 8 or 10 sessions at least. Even if I say, okay, go, they will not go. Okay, this is what is my personal experience. But girls, I've seen. Okay, one time for experience, they come. But then followers, I would not say only girls. There is a sense that they think that I can pick on the dance floor only. So a lot of followers do not train much, even like for 4 or 5 classes, and they keep dancing and they pick here and there things they do pick, but then they're not doing much classes. I've not seen many leaders do actually at least do like, I've seen them doing 20-30 classes, but followers after 4-5-8 classes, I've not seen them going more.
The reason being the standard that has been established in that particular community. If you're going to have some followers who are like at a different level, obviously the other followers will want to learn because they also get intimidated. Like the leads get intimidated when you're in the beginner stage as a lead. When you come to the social and you see other guys dancing so amazingly, the lead gets intimidated and he's scared to go on the floor to ask the girl to dance.
Definitely.
Right. So the same thing applies if you want your followers to upgrade or level up their standard, then it also depends upon what is the existing standard. Like if there are a lot of very good followers on the floor, then obviously the other followers will also want to upgrade because they know that otherwise they don't have. Like
it's a good point.
So as an organizer, it's very challenging to do this. It's not so easy, especially in a city or in a state like Goa. It's a little challenging. But I think one of the things what makes all these things or the level of the quality in cities, why is it so high, is because this thing is there where the followers are of good standard, and it makes the other newbies or the new followers or the other followers to also like, okay, fine, let me also upgrade, let me also learn, and that learning attitude comes in,
Yeah.
which is actually not there in Goa.
It's not. I have seen. It's not.
Very less.
It's from
Very
your
less.
point of view.
It's very less.
Yeah, it's. I've also taken by surprise when I came to Goa. Especially, I remember Sake. I went first time in last season in mid-December, I guess, for the first time, and it's very far from here. So I was like, why we are going so much far? Already Dinesh is doing so good socials here. I went there. I saw leaders. Oh my God, the leaders were like, they were like also well dressed. That's a different thing. But the level they were just dancing. I got a bit intimidated after even dancing for 5 years. I had to like pull my best there. And even the girls were dancing very like, yeah. So the point you were saying that if the floor itself has good level of followers and leaders, it do affect even anyone's quality. Everyone will try to put their best.
Yeah.
Followers, I think from the point of view of they think generally leaders will lead me and I'll follow. That is one of the major things which I have heard. Yeah, what do you think about that?
The follower also has to know the step. Unless you are just ready to do some 1, 2, 3 tap thing, that's it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's better that you learn, and it will help the community grow.
Yeah.
And people will get influenced by seeing you that, okay, I should also learn.
Yeah, I think even the girls, like there's a lot of styling part which a lot of girls do, and the postures and the.
Yeah.
See, what I felt is the guy is just gives you a lead. The flow of the motion, how beautifully that is, I think the responsibility. Guys are like, I know the step now, but how we are doing that step, how gracefully, that makes the difference.
True.
How you're starting and landing, which I also took a time. Okay, what should a girl learn? Because I lead her and she does the step.
Yeah.
But when an advanced dancer is doing the same step, it looks very different.
Yes.
So for the people, the followers, if they're asking, I can do that, you can do the step. But just watch when an advanced dancer is doing the same step, how she starts, how she ends, how is the grace. It just lights the room very differently. It's a dance where just guys are just providing you like a lead to gracefully show yourself. The better you show yourself, the better the whole dance looks. The guy also looks very good. If a basic dancer is there and an advanced follower is there, the dance look very good because he does some basic thing. She does her own styling and the whole dance just goes to a different level. One point is guys find it very difficult to practice because they don't find followers, especially when they are a beginner. So they try to approach girls, but generally girls do like to dance with like who is already experienced.
I'm not so sure about it. I don't have a clear idea because there are even followers who wants to learn and all. And it's, I think at the end of the day, it's all about the interest and the timing. Like a lot of people might not have time, and a lot of people might do this just as a side activity or some time pass thing. But if there are people who are interested, even though it's a hobby, then they do give time to practice. Because I do know that when we used to have classes, people used to come 30 minutes before the class and they used to practice before the class. So it all depends upon, people's interest, I think, and the time availability of particular person, whether they can come or not. And there were also sessions after the class also. So it all depends upon the interest.
I think it's a good point that before and after the class you can have like ask someone practice. And then so that half an hour anyone can like budge in. Because in big cities like in Bombay to travel, suppose it's a big thing to travel and from separately come for a practice session. It becomes
practically possible.
It becomes very hectic. Even I have tried earlier. So it's better even in socials. I think we can do that. Like come before socials. So
come 1 hour before the social starts and practice your moves where you have learned in classes. Social itself is like a practice session, right? So, but you don't want to stand in between the dance floor and teach and do corrections. So that might be a little bit uncomfortable. But otherwise, yes, come before the social, like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, try to practice some steps and enjoy the dance in the social.
A lot of beginners do get demotivated when girls say no on the dance floor, and especially when the guys are beginners. So how do they cope up? Because a lot of them feel very demeaned or something and their ego gets hurt or something. They stop like going to the social dance floor.
All those dancers that you have seen dancing for years and years, they have crossed this path of getting rejected, dejected, whatever you're talking about. Everyone has faced this where the girl has said no. And it's not only the girl, even the guys have said no to the girls. So it's a very common thing. So if you find anyone dancing for years and years, don't think that at some stage of life they might have not faced this. Trust me, even after years of dance, still being very popular on the floor, there are people who get rejected.
Yeah.
So this has nothing to make a decision that, okay, this is not for me. And this is what happens when people take all this small hurdle as, like, okay, this is not for me, and they quit. And these are the people who are sitting today at home and maybe just say watching our video and thinking that this is not for me. I tried and it didn't happen. It didn't happen because you lost or you got your confidence was not there.
Yeah.
So it's a very common thing. Even I get rejected. I don't mind. Just go for the next song with the next partner. That's it.
Yeah. So also, like, can you share your own experience that you were on dance floor, like when you were a beginner or learning, or were you
Actually,
affected
when I
much?
initially started, I used to go to the social. I still remember very well. I used to go and sit there. I was not right away dancing. I will sit there for 3-4 songs. I'll get into the groove. I will watch other people dancing. Then I'll go for one dance. Again, come back, sit for 3-4 songs. Then again go back. So that is how my social dancing started. I was not
Okay.
dancing continuous, or I was not only just sitting. So I did take the courage. So these things, when I was doing, I also saw that on the floor that a lot of people get rejected. And one of the main thing that our teachers or the other social dancers that keep telling us is that let them reject or let them not be interested in dancing with you. Why are you bothered? There are so many other partners.
Yeah.
So keep going with it. So yeah, these tips and these suggestions from your teachers, they matter a lot. And how you take all these rejections, it's up to you, and it will only make you grow. We'll tell you one thing. When we teach our students, they go to the socials, and when they come for the next class, they tell us that I asked this girl, she said no. And she said that she wants to dance only with intermediate and advanced dancers. It's a very common thing.
Yeah.
It's so unfortunate that that particular follower herself is not intermediate or advanced dancer. Then they're beginners and they never go to the class.
Yes.
This is something that I have seen. That particular person who says that they don't want to dance with beginner, they themselves don't go to the class. But whereas they reject all the beginners when they ask for dance. And I tell to my students, don't bother. Just there are so many other dancers there. Why are you just going and asking the same person? Forget it.
Yeah, just move on.
Take this as a challenging thing that you want to improve, better
Yes.
yourself, that tomorrow that girl comes and asks you,
Yeah.
or that guy comes and asks you.
Then it's
But
your
at the end of
choice.
the day, at the end of the day, they'll just take everything sportively.
Yeah.
Because if you're not going to enjoy your social dancing, you will not continue for a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
So don't take too much in your heart and in your mind.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Just enjoy.
Yeah. When you're starting, even if you do like 4 or 5 dance in the whole like 2-3 hours, it's fine. And prefer dancing with a girl who are a bit intermediate, because they will be able to handle you also. If she's
There
also
are some
beginner,
followers and
Yeah.
there are some leads who help each other.
they help
When-
each other. Yeah.
If I know that this person is a beginner, they are learning now, when I dance with them, I do help them. I don't do complicated steps. I don't try to show off there or anything like that. The same thing, I do know that in our social, there are a lot of followers who are very supportive with beginners. Like I said, there is one side of the coin. There is also the other side of the coin,
Yes.
where there are a lot of followers in our social who really help beginners. They dance with them. They don't have any issues, and they motivate them to, keep growing.
Yeah.
So you'll find both kind of people on the floor. So don't worry about it.
Yeah. Once it happened with me, I remember that. So in bachata we have open and close hold. So close hold is knee lock holds we also have. Now it's changed a bit, but that time knee lock holds were there like
Yeah.
4-5 years. Now it's more hand and shoulders also. So I did practice in the class, and when on the social floor I was trying it for the first time, the knee lock step. I vividly remember it's Bombay anti-social, and I was sweating. I was almost like I was sweating just trying to attempt that step. And the follower, she did understood that I'm panicking. She said, no problem. You'll get it. Just try.
Yeah.
So that encouraged me a lot. If
Yeah.
that girl would have like, or
Yeah.
made an expression, it would be very difficult for me to
Yeah,
attempt that.
so some experiences might demotivate you and it might pull you down, but some people are there who will support you, encourage you, and help you in, going
Yeah.
to the next level.
So both kind of people are there.
You will meet on the floor. Yeah.
Yes, all kind of. So it is, yeah. And people keep rotating, so no problem. You'll find other set of people every time. Are there other things which salsa or Latin people like who wants to make this as a career can do other than classes and workshop, which is a very normal thing. From that, which they can generate money. So can you
See,
enlighten?
sources of income as far as this Latin dance is concerned is one is classes. Then you travel to different cities, tie up with different organizers, do workshops. Then there is also like you can do performances and you can perform in corporate shows or different kind of shows are there. Then there is also like nowadays for the last few decades, maybe 1 to 2 decades, all this wedding thing where in the Sangeet and all people want dance training
Okay.
for the people who are part of the wedding. So you can choreograph for them and they dance in that event. So that is there. Then as far as the social is concerned, there are venues and there are organizers who charge entry for that. Then they also get paid for that. So yeah, there are different type of different sources of income from
Yeah.
which you can learn. Then there is online classes, there are private classes, all these things are there.
Yeah. So social night, like you are hosting and people are hosting in Bombay. Bombay, I understand that they charge upfront 300, 500, then from that they would have a share. But like in Goa, when you are organizing a social dance, said there's no entry fees. So would you enlighten or how does it work?
See, we do have tie-up with the venues and
Okay.
based on the business, we do have a kind of percentage on that.
You have a percentage on the business. So I want to probe a little if you can explain. Is it the business on that day itself?
Yeah, for that particular 3 hours or 4
3
hours
hours,
of social dancing.
or what's the business? That's as simple. See what? And even if you are organizing a festival, then you earn from, I think.
Yeah, the passes that we sell.
Yeah.
So that is how we earn.
Which form do you think will evolve the most in India? So salsa,
Unfortunately,
bachata, kizomba.
salsa has been going down. That's very
That
unfortunate.
I know.
But there are certain teachers in the Indian community who are trying hard to, again uplift salsa and seeing them working on it.
Working on that.
I really appreciate them for that.
But what do you think?
So it's very difficult to say which particular dance form will evolve if it is going to
Okay.
be between bachata and kizomba, because there are people hardcore fans of bachata today,
Yeah.
and there are people who are big fans of kizomba
Yeah.
too, equally.
Equally.
So as of now, I don't think that both of them will go out of scene. I think both of them are here to stay.
We're here to stay. I think urban kids has like made it more popular. I think
Even kizomba is
the
there.
tradition is there.
Traditional also there. There is one particular community who are working to develop traditional kizomba also.
Okay. So do you have plans to go in different cities and all?
No, at present, I don't have any plan of expanding to any other city or anything. Forget about other cities. Even just in Goa, I'm happy doing between Morjim and Arambol. So I think, trying to just develop the community that already I have in hand.
So you want to just level up that is like your main thing.
Yeah.
Community does not grow in numbers, but also grow in quality.
Yeah.
That is your quality is like most of your
Yeah,
focus. So now we are going for the rapid fire round. Which form of dance do you like to dance more on the dance floor? Salsa, bachata, or kizomba? Salsa. Next. Which form do you enjoy teaching more? Salsa, bachata, kizomba? Teaching,
I have not been doing salsa lately. It's been long. So the only dance form that I teach is bachata. So I don't have choice.
Okay. No explanation, just the answer. You can bachata. That's it. Social night hosting or performing on stage? What do you like more? Hosting. Learning is better in festivals or in workshops or classes? What do you think? Classes. Brunch socials or late night socials? Brunch social, guys. Okay, just can you tell about little bit about brunch social?
We started this concept of brunch social every Sunday morning. We did this in 2020 or 21. So we started at that time, and it was really a very fun social because it's Sunday morning. People are free. People are at home, and it was really it brought a very different vibe than the late night vibe. So it was really fun.
Yeah.
Like we used to have the social somewhere between 11 to 2.
And if you want to make videos, brunch social are the best.
Yeah.
You take any phone, you'll have a very good video in brunch socials. And plus, Yeah, and then your sleep cycle is also like,
Yeah, it's not getting affected. And it's a
Affected.
Sunday morning. People are like,
Yeah.
chill, they come.
and it's beachside. So in
Yeah,
Goa, it's just like, yeah. Which form is going to pick more in India, bachata or kizomba? Just say, according to you, what do you think? Just say the answer. I don't want any explanation. You have to say one. Maybe it will be right, it will be wrong. Bachata or kizomba?
Let's say bachata.
Bachata. Okay, so we have bachata more.
Still there to stay.
Yeah. Is this the first time anyone has
Yeah,
taken a longer interview? So how did you feel like? Or,
It was good having such platforms where people can come and share their thoughts. I think not just as somebody as an organizer or teacher or DJ. I think even as a social dancer, if you take their thoughts, you ask their thoughts, and people watch it, because everyone comes with a different perception, different experience, which they share, and it can help someone, to stay in the community or to get into the community. So I think it's a very good initiative that you're doing, and I really hope that it reaches more and more people and helps more and more people.
thank you.
Thanks, man.
So we'll see you next time. I would like to thank Lava for being the venue partner. On Monday, Salsa Night goes here. So if you guys are around Arambol, please come visit. It's a very fantastic venue for Salsa Night, Latin Night.